Hello, kindergarten. Today we are going to paint our little owl friend. Okay, he's very fragile, so just be really careful. And we're going to use our watercolor paints, a brush, and a clean glass of water. And I also always like to have a paper towel or a rag close by just in case. And make sure you check to have a safe place where you can use your paints, okay? So let's get started. This will be so much fun. Okay, so here is our little friend, the owl. Here is the paint. And I like to take this clear water and put a few drip drops in each of my paint pans. And that charges up those colors. So they're kind of sitting there ready for you. Okay, so I'm looking at my fun little owl. And while you paint, remember you can always move your subject matter around to get access to different areas. You can pick it up and get to the sides of all of your sculpture. What you really don't want is just paint on the front. You want this owl to have a 3D effect. So you want to paint all the way around the sides. So will you get a little yucky on your hands? Probably, but that's what your little paper towel is for, or your rag, okay? Now your owl is still pretty fragile, but if he loses a leg or something during this process, you can glue it right back on, no problems at all. So there's really no way to have a problem with this. So as I look at my owl, I'm going to paint his beak first. It's kind of the highest point, it's near the top, and I want to do it in yellow. And yellow is my lightest color. And we've talked about this. Yellow tends to get mucky yucky while we're painting, which is good. But I want this to be a solid yellow. So I'm just gonna paint around my little guy's or little girl, his beak. I think this is, I don't know, I can't tell yet who I'm working on here. I'll know more of his personality when he's all done. Okay, so I've done the beak and I like it. It's a cute little yellow beak. And I think I'm gonna leave the owl eyes like this white color. But we know that owls have yellow eyes and orange eyes, and really whatever you want to do on this owl is your choice. So I'm gonna leave my owl's eyes white. And I think I am going to take the back of my brush stick. I'm going to try something here. Now this may not work. Okay, so I'm putting it in my black. All right, and I'm just going to see if I can put some black in there. Hey, that did not stink, guys. That actually worked great. So I just put a little black in there. And those are my owl eyes. Ooh, that one's a little freaky looking. I think I'm gonna put a little more black in there. There. Cool. All right, so my owl now has some eye pupils. And I did that by using the back end of my brush because it's just this kind of pointy thing that I could stick with a little paint down into the owl hole eyes that we made. Okay, so yay, that worked out. So now I am going to paint my owl. Now I'm going to show you a technique that a lot of fancy artists use. It's really super fun. It's called watercolor mixing, and you can do it right here in this lid of your watercolors. So this is how you do it. So I'm going to take some orange. I love orange. And I'm going to blend my orange by bringing up. You might need to really give your orange some more water. And then you bring it over here. So I've made a puddle. a tiny puddle of orange here. That looks great. And I'm going to mix that orange with yellow. So I really want to rinse out my brush well. And now I'm bringing my yellow into this. My goal, oops, see, I muddy up my, my yellow there, is to get, and when that happens, sometimes you can just dab it out with your rag. Oop, I did it again. These, okay, there we go. So you can mix right here in on your palette, let's call it. And I love this orange color I just got. So I'm going to start painting my guy with my paint colors. Now, it's more of a staining technique, meaning it's not like markers that cover completely thick over the clay. This foot is very loose. I probably am going to lose this foot. That's okay. We will glue that foot on with no trouble. You're staining your owl colors on, meaning you're getting a shade of orange, but you can also see all the detail of your clay sculpting while you're painting. So it's the layers of paint that will matter. So if you want a deeper color, go back over it a little while, and you're staining this clay to be very cool looking. So I'm going to turn my owl around, and I'm going to mix in some brown here. I'm going to put some brown on this guy's head. Keep calling him a guy. And I'm going to lift up my work just gently so I can get all the way back here. See what I mean? I'm already covering all the edges and the sides and the top of this sculpture so that no matter how you look at my owl, he will have this color. I'm going to outline these cute little wings and bring it down into here. I'll just move my hand for you. So I'm going to continue to work in this brown. Brown really shows up pretty. It's a good brown, like a nice rich brown. Looks really nice on this owl. See, and now see how I've lifted it so that I can get the sides here a little bit, all the way to the kind of the back of my owl. There we go. Yeah, just like that. Go up to his ear. Yeah, there you go. And then I'm going to use some orange up here around his face. Really have fun with this. Owls are all different colors. Mine's going to be like a little bit of orange, a little bit of brown, and I'm not real sure what color I'm going to do the belly, maybe green. I don't know yet. So I'm just giving him some orange touches. I'll bring this brown around. The idea with painting is you just take your time and you just put the paint where you want it to go, and then you just enjoy yourself. Art is about all the little mistakes that happen along the way that end up into something fabulous. Okay. I even got a little orange on his eyeball, but that doesn't bother me. In fact, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try seeing if this works with this paint. Oh, it does. Oh, yes. Well, guess what? You can wipe off. Sorry about that. I just wiped off a little bit of the eye there. So you can wipe off this paint if it goes somewhere you don't really want it to go, sort of. All right, so now I'm just going to paint, I'm going to put some green in his belly feathers. I'm just going to work in a little green around the edge here. And you get to use all the different colors you feel you want to use. Okay, I'm gonna go back to yellow, so I'm really trying to rinse as well as I can, because my idea is I'll do a little blend here. Oh, that's kind of fun. And with the details and texture that you put in the belly, you're going to want to take your brush and just gently work it in with the paint, slow and easy, into the little details of that belly, right? You don't want to see any white. You want him to look fully feathered out. Oh, that looks pretty good, I think. And I did that by using a little green and a little yellow right there. And I think I'm going to put a little extra on the feet, but you kind of get the idea of how to paint your owl. So keep working. Make sure you wrap it around the sides, the paint around the sides, and then let it dry until the next time. Bye-bye.